So I did lie to you yesterday. That's what I was saying earlier in class. We did an alternating series test, and then I said, "Oh, this is a good time to introduce the ratio test." And I didn't read my notes, and I don't have the ratio test memorized either. You guys need to give me a 3x5 card so I can check my test. It's too many things to remember, right? So the ratio test. Let's write down what it does say. The ratio test says if you have the sum n equals 1 to infinity of a to the n, and the limit as n goes to infinity of the n plus 1 term over the nth term, absolute value. So positive or alternating, right? Doesn't matter. That's the beauty of the ratio test, is it works for all of them. And you get a number r, then 1, and this is what happened yesterday, so my final statement was okay. If r equals 1, the test fails. It doesn't tell you anything. The test fails. You don't know convergence, you don't know divergence. All you know is the test failed you. If r is less than 1, then, and it's it can't be, since this is positive, it can't be less than 0, right? So that's really 0 less than or equal to r less than 1. Then it converges absolutely. And if r is greater than 1, the series diverges. And that's what I lied to you about last time. I said, if it's greater than or equal to 1, then the test fails, and I lied. If it's equal to 1, the test fails. If it's less than 1, it converges absolutely. If it's bigger than 1, the series diverges. Okay. And so the one he worked out right there, and and I would say the only tricky part about that is that what he was just explaining, that when he's got the whole thing and he simplifies it down to n factorial over n plus 1 squared over n plus 1 factorial times n squared, it's just important to remember that n factorial times n plus 1 squared, this n plus 1 factorial just means n plus 1, what? Times n minus 1, times n minus 2, dot, dot, dot. So that's the same. That and that are the same thing. So by pulling that n plus 1 out of there, he can now cancel all kinds of things. That and that can be canceled. And one of these, one of those can be canceled, so n plus 1 over n squared, which definitely gets for 0. The only clever part is working with the n factorials. Anytime you see an n factorial, like the one that Zach tried to do with the direct comparison test, that would be a piece of cake with the ratio test. You see the n factorial, that's almost like a big red flashing neon sign that says, use the ratio test. Because n plus 1 factorial over n factorial, something always cancels. Make it simple. Okay, stay off the streets. I'll see you tomorrow.
This one, I wasn't really sure like where to start. Like how do you do absolute value?